Hi guys, so today I'm gonna share my current update of my final major project. Project title is called Family Emotions. So the content will be mainly focused on reflection on how Confucianism influenced the introvert expression of emotions in China. My research questions focus area is covering the whole research process, so it's also include my research on how people store their emotions. Looking back to the work in progress show, I already done some experiments with how to curate the farewell moments. So mainly looking to at different farewell moments in different families, how people situate their emotions. Through writing by CCP, I clear a bit my mind. Now, rather than focus on all the behaviors in different families' farewell moments, I decide to narrow down to my own family and my living area with my family members, Chaoshan areas in south of China. So using the format of conversations to show one single family's behavior in one area, and using the farewell moment and prove and reflect how Chinese Confucianism influence our life. And I would say the current key concept I want to convey to my audience is by showing a series of farewell moments and the conversation me with my family members. I want people to see how Confucianism manifests itself in these farewell moments, how people are interviewed look at this thinking. So the result of my project, I want it to be a kind of curation. So it will be curating a series of Confucian farewell moments to show some pain, some unspoken emotion behind our behavior, and people will explain why. There are three main formats that I have been experimenting with. The first one is emotion storage cards, and the second one is editorial book design, and the third one is online website for curating emotions. The second one is kind of based on create a emotional family tree to show my research finding and the structure of this project. So the first format, emotion storage card, that means I want to take care of the moments, the farewell moments that I collected, and I want to put them into a space or a container. I want them to show in a personal way, and people can open the box and then they will see different farewell moments in my family, and there will be content writing on the card, telling them some short story behind the image, or I'm also thinking about just showing the image. Through experimenting with this format, I changed my layout, the language, and how to organize information. The first version of this format is focusing on English version and image. So by showing the keywords of the farewell moments and telling some short story behind it, and then when audience turn back the card, they can see the image behind the story. And this one, I'm thinking rather showing them the story, just showing them a typical face, normal and not too emotion. And on the back of the card, they can still see the emotional part. And this is another version experiment with colored Chinese version. The second part of my formats is editorial book design. I was be inspired by Chinese traditional family tree book, which showing the whole structure of one family, and it sometimes will tell you how many people in this family, what's their name. The format reference came from John Van Tol's book Design Beyond Design that Tony followed me. Really like the way how he folds the content into the book, guide people to try to read into it. Here I'm using some traditional paper to show the feelings of the family tree book. However, I feel they are although they are traditional, they are too light to cover the content that I want to express. It will be quite fragile, which is also I don't want it to be. At least I explore the way of displaying my content, which is can be this kind of folding, and the content will be the first page is basic information and when this moment happening and the name, and then we're following with Chinese version and short story, and then come back to the English version. Behind the whole papers will be the image of these farewell moments. I also tried different layouts of displaying the information. The third format of my experiments is online website curation. So by using website, I want to convey the idea and the conversation archive between me and my family members. So here I'm just showing some example that how it's gonna work. The visual system came from our family color green, which is the brand of instant noodle that we are continuous selling. So I kind of think this brand is the center of our family because it's our family business. And before get to the green version, I also tried different color scheme, which I don't think it gonna work because it's look a bit Halloween and too modern, too sharp of the font. So I changed a bit to something more focused and people can play around with the elements in the website and different layouts of displaying them. So people can get into the website and go through different conversation archive between me and my family members. So this is kind of a objective record of the conversation, but I think it's a little bit normal and too traditional. So if you guys have any opinion or suggestions, they are really welcomed. So currently I think my design outcome could be the curation website, which is kind of a conversation archive of my research, and then a book design to show my research finding. Since I haven't done experimenting with different inks and printing methods like screen printing. The reason why I mentioned screen printing is because I'm gonna use thermochromic ink and light sensory ink to try different possibilities of showing the content in an interesting way. Also, before that, I realized I need to finish in the layout design first, or it's not gonna be achieved. Yeah, I'm still not really confirmed the material and visual language that I'm currently using. I'm not sure, but I really looking forward to hear your guys' suggestions and opinions of my project. Thank you so much.